Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion plays Hand of Fate 2. Oh my god, it's too loud. It is so loud.
I have had an eternity in the arms of death.
I hope that was fun for you, Mr. Dealer. We are 5 missions. This is not the way you phrase a sentence in English. We have 5 missions available to us right now. Hierophant, Lovers, Chariot, we did. Strength, Hermit, Wheel. We'll go do the ones that are back here first. We obviously have to go back to the Hierophant at some point, but we'll start with the Lovers, which we've never done before. Undead Lackeys. Oswin's lover will send an army of skeletons to bring him back. Classic jilted lover move. Summon an army of skeletons. We get no companion. Share food. If he is with you, Oswin will eat 1 food every step if he is injured. So I'll tell you right off the bat, probably want supplies, and then, why not start with, like... I really want to get one of the tokens from these. Activate the weapon ability 30 times to unlock this. 30 times? Repulse 25 Northerners by attacking immediately after defending an attack. Dude, okay, 30 times. Let's do it. As much combat as possible. Encounters. No, I want to start with equipment. It says crowd control. Dominate a fight with artifacts. So we have artifacts. The artifacts, first off, give me Platinum Boy. We don't want the other hammer, we can just get other stuff and that's fine. We'll just add kind of like, I don't want to say random stuff. Here's our artifact, by the way. Rethgar's Quake. It's a knockdown bomb. I think we might have one more. Gambler's Jewel is an extra dice rolls, or extra score on our dice rolls. Discard any non-food gain card to receive extra food. Sure, that might come in handy. We would probably like to have maybe a non-plat hammer, Archer's Bane. You never know, we might have archers on this level. Let's take Valiant Aegis, Empire's Burden. What are you? No, another artifact. Okay, get on there. And we'll take Armor of Gluttony because it does give us extra food gain potentially. And then for encounters, let's throw in some token cards here that we've never managed to encounter before. Elder's Gift gives us platinum equipment, which gives us the Gambler's card if we find it. We want things that give us food gain, I think, like perhaps Distressed Damsel. Friendly Innkeeper. Maybe one more food gain card is fine. Gain food, fight Empire, fight Corrupted, that's fine. And then just random stuff, like we know the Old Maiden can give us food. Palace Armory can give us equipment. Sure, let's give it a shot. I'm okay with this start. We've only lost the one mission, and we lost it because of an ill-advised trip through Brimstone Town.
Upon this game, devoted to its mysteries.
Hope you guys are having a fun time watching Hand of Fate 2. I really feel like it's kind of... I know I'm talking over the narrator, but... I really feel like it's popped off since maybe like mission 3 or 4. It starts to open up a little bit. And that was how we fell in love. In retrospect, the potatoes had nothing to do with it. I merely wish to speak of their starchy beauty. I can relate to that. 3 moons ago, you came into the company of Oswin, the potato farmer. He'd grabbed your arm and explained that his beloved wanted to send him to the final death so that they could be together in eternity. His desperate eyes and the promise of his family's magical sword convinced you to accompany him. Now you'll walk the road to his village where he claims that he'll be safe from his dearest sweet potato, who perhaps maybe is actually a vegetable, is what I'm guessing. Some kind of, necromancer / carrot. The farmer nods at a raw potato. Coin slave, could we visit my kin on the way to Nightshade Copse? Rumor has it he's made some kind of exploding ball. Ah, so I'm assuming an artifact. Well, that would be right ahead of us, so sure. What will happen to his farm? Oh, my farm isn't here. It's in Nightshade Copse where we're heading. I was merely visiting the city for the region's biannual root vegetable festival. Is visiting your uncle necessary? No, but he tends to get quite crabby if I don't visit while I'm in the area. Let's continue. We gotta try to keep him alive. That might be the... Oh, we don't need Twitch integration right now.
Everywhere.
Chat might be able to vote because I have my stream open in the other tab. That's so good. Okay, one sec. I'm not actually streaming, but I gotta go settings, general, delete the Twitch connection. That's so funny, dude. Alright. If anyone was in chat there, they could see what the options to vote on were. You arrive at an overturned cart propped up by a large log. Well, here we are. Oswin knocks on top of the cart. Uncle, it's Oswin! A goblin, poorly disguised as a human, scurries out from behind the cart. You note no surprise on either Oswin nor the goblin's face. Oswin, my boy, have you come to see my exploding doodads? A little lewd. And before anybody can agree or protest, the goblin pulls a lit bomb from his robe and flings it into the forest. The bomb explodes spectacularly against a boulder. You there, the goblin squints up at you. Watch out for monsters. This forest is simply ripe with them. He taps the staff upon the ground and undead begin to crawl from a swirling portal. The goblin gives you a genial smile as he places a bomb in your hands. He pats Oswin on the arm and then jumps into the portal with a little whip. And we get the holy bomb. So I guess we didn't need to take any artifacts. Causes 80 damage to undead and has unlimited uses. That seems actually stellar. I haven't used artifacts much / at all in the YouTube series so far, but I used them. I did like a little hour-and-a-half long Hand of Fate 2 stream on Tuesday. And I did get some. Wow, he looks very formidable. His love for potato is unrivaled and unyielding, of course. So this is how we use the artifacts. That seems extremely good. Hey, dude! It said kill them with the artifact to continue, so I'm gonna take them on face value and suggest that they're probably being literal. Stop. Just better safe than sorry, right? We'll just throw in some defenses here. Does do a ton of damage to skeletons, and with infinite uses, it should be a valuable tool here. Easy enough. We took some damage. Not much, though. I'll take that. Oswin Uncle appears behind you without a sound, taking the curiously enchanted bomb from your hand and replacing it with a near-identical one. Oh, that only has 3 uses.
Flim-flam of holy.
I see.
Do with it.
He then gives you a forceful pinch on the cheek and disappears under the overturned cart. Oswin seems wholly unperturbed by the happenings. You continue on your journey. Lovely, let's...
Not the most
Can we begin?
of
You wake one night to the sound of Oswin's muffled screams. The undead surround the potato farmer. They appear to have attempted a kidnapping, but are doing a shambolic job of it. One skeleton is shoving a cloth in Oswin's mouth, while another swings a sword wildly. Follow the card. I think it's 2. Alrighty. In the hubbub, somebody loops a bag over your head, tying it tight. You struggle for a while before passing out. When you come to, Oswin and his skeletal kidnappers are gone. Oswin in trouble gets added to the deck. Alright. Oswin's time is limited. Well, I guess we will rush there then. Distressed damsel. Got a roll of 14. We've seen the card before, I believe.
Back to the bones. I hope you have learned to be their master.
Come on, come on, come on. 4, 5, or 6. No! So now she gets mad at us, and I think we have a failure. Oh, we have combat. 4 of greed. You have no time to react as a group of bandits spring from hiding. I'll slow it down a little bit. Sorry, bad habit, but as we have seen the Distressed Damsel card before, I thought we were aware of its opportunities and potential penalties here as well. Not necessarily a bad thing here. Gives us an opportunity to maybe get towards the weapon token. We need to land something like 210 shots in order to... 210 shots at minimum in order to get our super here. Our token, I should say. We'll try regardless. Combat's still a little bit on the easy side still. But, you know, it's starting to get a little tougher. Also heard, chat was telling me that, once ranged enemies start to factor in a little bit more, I really wanted you not to die because I had another special ready, but once ranged enemies start to factor in a little more, it becomes a little bit more of a combat conundrum as opposed to just a easy breezy, beautiful copacetic combat. Search their body for valuables. Now we need a 9. Easy enough. Like I said, easy enough. We'll re-roll all 3. That'll do.
Victory. You are learning.
You gain 4 fame. And 10 food, which could be extremely valuable. We actually gained 13 food. Pickpocket.
I understand your beginnings were humble. Even so, I'd hoped for better.
You meet Merrick at the square as he instructed. He gestures to a carpet seller at the bazaar. The Reeve, he explains. Watch and listen. If the Lord got wind you were short on taxes, there would be trouble, says the Reeve. Mind you, I do like this rug. Better you hand that over than all your stock. What do you say? And that's a rare masterpiece from the Eastern Belt, says the flustered rug merchant. As the altercation continues, you notice the Reeves pouch hanging open. So you see it then, Merrick says with a grin. You know it's only really stealing if you get caught. Well, let's give it a try. That's the spirit. Now remember, the trick is to know when to stop, but if you're any good, you won't need to. You move behind the Reeve while pretending to admire the carpets on display. As he continues to haggle, you slide your hand into his pouch. So the first one, guaranteed. If we get 10, we'll stop. There's 3. Steal more. Okay. 10 gold. I'm gonna go for one more opportunity here. No idea. As you draw your hand from the bag, the Reeve turns. How dare you, he says, drawing a dagger from his robe and thrusting in your direction. You clutch your wounded hand, dropping the spoils. Yeah. Lose 10 life, gain no gold. Should have stopped, but life goes on. Alright, let's save this boy.
Terrible things stand between you and your quest.
You find Osmond face down in the forest, a half-eaten tuber by his side. He is unconscious, barely breathing, his lips tinged blue. Force a potato into his mouth. And then roll an 11. This is like me at D&D night. I'm just joking, I've only played it once, but I do like french fries. As you place a potato in Osmond's mouth, his jaw snaps shut. You remove your fingers just in time. You lose 1 food, but Oswin begins to frantically search the area. With a cry of relief, he leaps behind a tree. You help the weary farmer to his feet. You keep a close eye on the potato farmer. Surely you think he won't get kidnapped again. You gain 4 fame and can heal Oswin at the campfire. So my dude eats until he's fully healed. General store. Kinda sucks. Because we can't afford anything yet, and we can't go back. So I'm gonna spend 10 gold and buy 3 food. Onwards.
Is ever the driving
You arrive at a
force
village during the
behind
market fair.
success.
Enter the fair, dude. Vegetables spill from baskets, so it's Oswin's dream home. An air has a cozy smell of fresh baked bread and butter. Oswin immediately wanders off. Go buy... Well, first off, let's play the strength game. We cannot. Behind a counter sits a small boy fussing over a puppy. He holds out a heavy wooden mallet. 10 gold to play. If you win, you can draw from the prize hat. He points at a pile of folded papers. We will find Oswin. You find him trading a fistful of gold for a meager sack of vegetables. The stall owners are very clearly bandits. They chuckle and count the coins, not believing their luck. Oswin tries to jam a potato in a sack already full to bursting. He looks up and gives you a little wave. You worry about the road ahead. But hey, floor 1. Handled.
Friends will get you in trouble.
Pauper plague.
There is a reason I prefer to travel alone. Yet here we are, making this journey together.
The town crier announces the Empire seeks mercenaries to join the battle against corruption. You seek out the watchtower where recruitment is taking place. You arrive in time to hear Sir Mallow. Okay, so this is... I always do the Pauper one. We're going to, as always, refuse to kill the Paupers. Engage in a little bit of combat here. I wonder if Oswin only takes damage when he's kidnapped, or does he also take damage when he's in combat? Because if he takes damage in combat, we're at odds with one another here. Also, do you have a special ability of any kind? Apparently not. I'm just gonna level with you. I don't think we're gonna get the token for the axe. It just seems unrealistic right now for us to get 30... Excuse me. For us to get 30 uses of the special in a single mission. Could happen, but I would be a little surprised. Okay, there we go. Just keep it up. Above all else, try to land the consecutive shots as much as possible. I mean, my dude is taking some heat. Maybe it's not unrealistic. We got like 4 right there, and we had 1 earlier. If we engage in combat as much as possible, we might be able to make it happen. I don't know what it gives. Maybe, I'm assuming it gives you a straight upgrade, like just an axe that's mildly better that you can start with, but who knows. Yeah, he did lose HP there. You spot a peasant woman with a child hiding behind some barrels. You lead them past the wall, past gatekeepers who look pointedly in the other direction. Bless your heart, she says. Please accept this token of our appreciation. 3 food. 3 food. Not even going to pay for Osmond being hurt. And he's vanished again. And he's in trouble. but he's only one space away. Let's go back for him. He loses 10 a turn. Oh my god.
Love was always difficult.
Find
This seems
Oswin
more trouble than you might expect, however.
surrounded by bandits, swinging his pitchfork wildly and threatening to use their tailbones to till the farm. Dude, I'm straight in. Let's go for it. And I know it said you should use lighter weapons, but let's be honest. We haven't really been rattled by the combat in Hand of Fate 2 so far. I'm willing to bet we can probably succeed here and hopefully come closer to achieving our goals anyway. Okay. Just one super at a time, man. One super at a time. It should tell you something. I do think that the combat in Hand of Fate 2 is better than it is in the first one. But still, just a little bit on the easy side, I think. For now. Apparently in the first one, it got a lot tougher later in the game. That cheeses me. Excuse me, why did I lose my super there? I need that to unlock the token. That'll probably give me a +1 strength. More dice gambits, more precision gambits, more card gambits. Less XXXY. We search the bodies, we gain equipment. We'll equip it. I mean, it's... Now we have 2 artifacts, basically. We gain 10 life, and we can heal Oswin at the campfire, but we can also just move and heal him. Exploding doodads. You run into Oswin's goblin uncle. He beckons you over to a tree stump. As you approach, he places 2 items side by side on the stump. One will make your enemies your friends, the other is poison. Which shall you drink? Quickly, quickly choose. There is a bomb and a bottle marked poison. I will choose the bomb. It's another artifact.
Traitors in
Confuses
their hearts.
enemies.
If you know men, you know
We should
betrayal.
really start using these artifacts. Satisfied with the proceedings, the old goblin gives you a little wave and climbs up a nearby tree. A band of skeletons emerges from the thicket. Whoa. First, let's equip Holy Purification. This may actually kill all of the skeletons except for the elite tier. Of which there is... Oh, no. There's going to be a bunch back here. I see their bones. Returned, raised from endless sleep to fight once more. These aren't just skeletons. They got some deltoids as well, or trapezoids. Okay. They're vulnerable to Holy. And Holy Mackinac. That's an attack right there. So these guys need to be bashed to break the armor. But they're still, like, pretty freaking weak. Honestly, the fact that we landed 1 there, I think, is kind of incredible. Oh, dude, they came back. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Their name is the Returned. I'm a little worried about my dude's HP. Perhaps we will camp and probably spend the same amount of food to heal him, but we can at least do it now. Because he's probably down to like 30 or something. 49? It's not that bad. But if he dies, we probably lose. So let's be smart.
Has to say, perhaps.
No, I don't need... Heal him? Yes. But I don't want to talk to you. That's unnecessary. 63. I can live with that for now. You got anything to purchase? Armor of Gluttony, which we definitely cannot afford. We could probably... The Old Maiden. Oh, dude. Ask for, Ask for supplies. We're gonna need the food. I think. 5 food, and he got kidnapped? Dude, please, God. No kidding. Apparently he's in trouble. Well, the fastest we can make it there is in 4. So we will do so, or attempt to. 1, 2... 3. Yvonne's cottage.
Here is your reward, at least in potential.
By the side of a waterfall, you meet a young woman with striking gray hair. She's holding a baby. Greetings, traveler. Treat these waters with caution. They are not to be meddled with. If you're parched, and you're welcome to stop by my cottage. I have a pie cooling on my windowsill. Behind her, a little wooden sign reads, Waterfall of Youth, very dangerous. Stay clear. I am Yvonne, the woman says as she leads you to her cottage. As was promised, a hearty beef pie awaits you. You enjoy it with a side of mashed potatoes. I'm sorry, Oswin. You missed out. Thanks for the food. We're going to need it. With the meal finished, Yvonne asks you to help her while she puts the baby to sleep. The rare sunshine flower grows nearby, and she'd like you to gather a bloom. It feels impolite to refuse. The sunshine sprouts from the rocks behind the waterfall. If you were careful, you could climb out to retrieve one without falling in. Let's do it. Remembering the warning, you inch your way along the rock wall, gingerly moving from stone to stone. We have to hit Goldie?
Patience. Do not move too quickly. For
Ooh,
haste
a little close.
Only
You manage to grab a ledge and regain your balance. From here, you reach the sunshine bag and make your way back to shore. She's delighted to see it. Most travelers just eat and leave. In thanks, she gives you a gift. This will protect you in your travels. You gain 2 fame, 20 life. It's actually meaningless, but thank you for the token. And hello,
Getting
Oswin.
himself in trouble, it seems.
Force a potato into his mouth. Roll over an 11. He's done it. You lose 1 food, but he's alive again. And we can heal him at the campfire if necessary. I'm assuming this is going to be our exit. Onwards. Enter the inn. Let's go. Could be our final screen. This escort mission is starting to get a little scary. Oswald disappears briefly and returns with a potato pasty. You watch him take a bite with gusto. Oi! A growl echoes across the inn. A hulking northerner grabs your little companion by the arm. That was my pasty, little man! Do you have to anger everybody here? The potato farmer looks up at his furious assailant, then down to the crisp warm pastry. To your exasperation, he appears to be considering eating it anyway. The dude is just lost in the sauce here. We're gonna try to calm him down, which I'm assuming is, yeah, a gambit of some sort. Ah!
Even when things appear impossible, they can be mastered.
He takes offense at our gentle cooing noises. You draw your weapon and the northerners respond in kind. As they rush towards you, you see Oswin hastily shove the rest of the pasty in his mouth. So, we shouldn't have equipped the holy bomb here. We should have gone for the confusion bomb. We really want them to fight each other instead of fighting Oswin, because my dude is pretty close to death. Oh, Lord. So, that being said, I'm going to throw the bomb anyway, because I really would prefer for him not to die. So if I can just keep him at bay. I know, double attack, that's no problem. Is he alive? My dude is still alive. Oswin, stay back, dude. Stay back. Just continue eating more pasties slash pasties. I don't know. Okay, I think we got very lucky there. Don't know the actual pronunciation. Though I'm from a Commonwealth country, we kind of, to some extent, rebuked a little UK influence to that degree, at least. Hey, my dude. Hey, my dude. My dude, though. Gonna need you to F off, please. This one is gonna be tight. I'll just tell you that straight up. Well, I mean, I should have just not messed up the precision gambit, I guess, and then we wouldn't have had so many problems, but... Oswin's health, 22. You gain 4 fame. The inn's patrons back away nervously as you return to your seat. You rest a while before continuing your journey. You don't know the half of it, brother. Anything to purchase? Just checking. Still just Armor of Gluttony, which I think we could still use. We'll heal this sad boy. Feel like we might want to heal him, like, a lot of the way to his maximum HP. Obviously, we don't want to starve to death, but we could sell, like... I'm gonna sell the Quake. And the dream here is really just that this gives us enough money to buy... Wow, that's a real premium to pay for food, but... It gives us enough money to buy enough food that we probably will have a little bit more lead time before we starve. Alchemist.
Is one of the pure arts. That says little for its practitioners, however.
Countless jars and obscure artifacts clutter the room. On a central workbench, a peculiar glass beaker simmers over a flame. "I see you found my laboratory, then," a voice exclaims. From behind a pile of dusty books, a robed figure emerges, clad in a pointy hat and a pair of thick spectacles. He smiles. "Here to create the elusive elixir of life, or perhaps it is gold you desire. All is possible through alchemy. It's opus magnum." "Alas, I have yet to prove such things are indeed possible," he explains. "No matter. I will assist in your experiment." "Very well, let's begin. Take a jar and place its contents in the beaker," he says as he dips his quill in an inkwell and prepares to write. "Remember, you must keep the elixir pure." You take a jar from the shelf and unscrew the lid. Here we go.
I'm not a vain. You must appreciate.
So we gotta match colors.
This game has been my focus for more years
Yellows.
than I can count.
Let's go.
I have a certain pride regarding its twists and turns.
The jar contains a collection of yellow feathers. You place one in the beaker, it dissolves instantly. The clear liquid gains the faintest tint of yellow. Here we go. We gotta get another yellow. He's done it. The jar contains dried yellow beetles. You sprinkle a handful into the beaker. They dissolve instantly. The yellow elixir intensifies. Remarkable. This is looking promising. Now pick one more. One more, dude. That's it. No! We were off by one. It's Super Mario 3 all over again. The mix of ingredients seems a little unbalanced. Too many beetles, perhaps. Yeah, I don't think that's the problem. If I dare say my calculations are correct, a swig of this liquid will provide you with as much sustenance as any meal. We draw 1 food gain. It's 5 food. It's alright. Can live with it. No token, but I can live with it. And he's kidnapped again. Unless... Wait, no. I was hoping we got a card gambit, but we did not. Alright, we'll free up this space because we got to go here anyway.
Wealth through exploration.
Cartographer.
We have many lands to discover, you and I. If you cannot make use of this, I will question your skills.
A traveling cartographer in the process of making the first full map of the Empire wishes to pay you gold for information on areas you've seen in your recent travels. I need not know about every stream or stone that lies here from the capital. I'm sure whatever knowledge you can provide will be of some worth. Let's return later to try to get more gold, instead of just giving him 3 encounters for 6 gold right now.
An awfully large number of undead seem to wish to delay you.
He's captured by Northerners. First off, let's go with the confusion bomb. Let's try to defuse the situation. You rush forward with your weapon sheathed. Your joke about the owl and the hay bale results in raucous laughter. The Northerners let Oswin go free. Let's go, dude. Nah, we're coming back later, my dude. Return later. Exploding doodads again. You run into Oswin's goblin uncle, who I think may actually be his jilted lover now that I think about it. You run into Oswin's goblin uncle, he beckons you over to a tree stump. The goblin reaches out with a wrinkled hand, an artifact if you will. Give him one of your artifacts? Take holy, dude. It's only got 1 use left anyway. He bashes the artifact a few times with his staff, then shakes it vigorously by his ear as if listening for anything amiss. The artifact makes a worrying, rattling sound as he does it. Then, without warning, the old goblin flings the artifact back at you, smacking into your shoulder. It's been recharged. Wonderful. And then more skeletons, right? Goodbye, dear one. Oswin's goblin uncle bows deeply, seats himself on the nearest tree stump, and proceeds to pointedly ignore you. And Oswin gets kidnapped again, but we have a chance. This is the one. Let's go! You quickly rise to your feet and draw your weapon. But we can stop him from being kidnapped. We have to fight, but to stop him from being kidnapped is worth its weight in, you know, gold beetles, if you know what I mean. So we're gonna open with a little, holy use. Enemy's super weak. Given up on the dream of ever completing the token for this axe, and that's okay, dude. Please stop coming back to life. It's very upsetting to me. I think they just continually respawn until we've killed enough of them. Don't die yet. Don't die yet. Don't die yet. Don't die yet! I'm super, dude! Why don't you follow REM's advice and stand in the place where you live so I can get a little extra, you know, token progress? You rummage through the bones for anything of use. Hey, equipment could be good. Armor of Gluttony. Gain +3 defense if you have 20 food.
The same issues we do.
Receive
How to handle hunger and resources during battle.
Receive +1 food for every gain food or gain gold card you receive. So it's a little late in the game, but look at that. We get gold, so we get food. And we gain some fame as well. Friendly Innkeeper. I shall gather extra provisions. Ask about lodging? We don't need to lodge. Latest rumors. Ooh, Palace Armory's down there, which means our exit is probably straight up. We probably don't need food, so I think I'm just gonna leave. The Lovers.
Reunion.
Okay, let's continue exploring, because we've got the dream is ahead of us here. Check this. General store. I don't think we need to buy anything, but we'll at least check. Let's buy the Ring of Food. We're not doing anything with gold anyway, right? I don't think we need to bribe the Palace Armory. I don't think we need to bribe the Palace Armory. I think they see our fame. Oh, good. Oswin gets kidnapped. Let's see if we can beat him on this one again. I'm very confused. Yep. And he's been kidnapped. Where did he go? Close enough to not be too hurt. Doesn't mean I'm not annoyed, though. Palace Armory.
It is not too late to plan better.
Welcome. You'll be pleased with what we have in store for you today. We do need gold! Alright, straight into it. We're gonna be fine. I think we're gonna defeat this mission. The most important thing is don't let Oswin take too much damage that he could get KO'd in the final boss fight. Hey, look at that. We got like a real shirt on and everything. So that's a great start. That was not a great start. When you come back to life, you really just make yourself look like a fool. What, you couldn't accomplish everything in one life? What makes you so special, skeletons? Give me one life with flesh, instead of 2 lives with just bone. That's what I've always said. 5 max life. Discard this card to gain 2 food. No. Because I'm actually content taking the 5 life. Reveal 3 encounters. Not necessary. I will discard this to gain some food. We could always use it to heal Austin. Austin? Oswin. My mistake. Alright, let's go see what this guy's up to. Accept 12 gold as payment. Cartographer listens intently as you relate what you can remember of the neighboring areas. Gain 12 gold. Do not discard it. You get 1 extra food out of it regardless thanks to the armor. You spend several hours in his company until he's satisfied you have nothing else useful to add. And no token for us. Maybe we have to give him, you know, 10 encounters or something. And finally, the Lovers. Go forth. The village looks abandoned. The sky darkens and the town square stands a beautiful woman. Her skin gray and mottled. You feel a sudden chill in the air. The woman's voice grates and hisses as if long unused. Dearest Oswin, you have come for me. Entranced, the potato farmer takes a step. You grab his shoulder, breaking the spell. The woman squints in your direction. Oswin, who is this? Your companion looks to you, still in a daze. You notice that somehow he is clutching a potato. Ga-dum-gung-ch. Oswin grips the potato in both hands. He looks back at his lover in defiance. This is my friend. A heartbroken screech wrenches from the woman and she doubles over in pain. Horrified, you watch as her face twists and hollows and her limbs lengthen until before you stands a shade, swirling with fury. Well, the ghostly figure lifts her arms and she begins to rise into the air. It seems kinda bad. But, you know, who am I to tell Oswin how to live his life? Oswin's lover is a wraith. Wraiths can drain life with an unavoidable spell. Attack them quickly to stop the effect. Probably highly relevant information. So that's our last use of that. I don't really want to not touch the Wraith. I can't help but notice my life is being drained right now. There we go. I thought I rolled there. My mistake, perhaps. Please just be dead forever. Problem solved. Oswin's still alive. Life's good. Alright. Ended up being kind of a difficult mission, just trying to keep Oswin from accidentally getting himself murdered over and over, but hey, I'll take it, dude. It's gonna be a Goldie, I think. Oswin kneels over the body of the Wraith and begins to weep. As the soft rain falls in the village square, you quietly leave the man to his grief. Gold token for me. No optionals, like no silvers versus golds here. So we also have the token we got from Pickpocket? I can't remember. It wasn't Pickpocket, it was the other one. Waterfall. So we get 4 new cards, including Exploding Doodads, which I believe will give us an artifact every time. A new hammer, along with several artifacts. And we get maybe a potion added to our supplies. Might be max life, I don't know. And for helping gather sunshine flowers for Yvonne, Yvonne's cottage has been unlocked, which we already had, but I guess maybe there's more rewards to be garnered now. Sweet. Add some more golds. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode and our continuing tangled tale of Hand of Fate. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.